If we're being real, it's expensive to paint a car, so what I want to do today is show you some tips and some tricks to make your car look better for dirt cheap. And if anybody wants a rooster, I'm telling you, he's free. What are we looking at here? Look, you said we're looking at shit. We're looking at a car that looks good from a distance. So if we back up, and I'm going to prove my point here. So if we get back here, I mean, this thing rides by, it's going to look great, right? Well, when you get up close, the car's got some issues. So that's what we're going to address today. Specifically the molding here. So you guys check that out. See how the molding's dingy? For those of you who don't have the money to paint your car and you're willing to experiment a little bit, that's what this video is, and that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you guys just how easy it is to do. First things first, though, he's got to wash the car. So we're using this Zep. Just dilute it, put maybe a couple of ounces in there. All right, so Berger's got the car washed, and as you can see, this is what we're left with. Just some dark spots on the molding. It's probably, some of it's mildew and mold and things like that. When you don't have a clear coat over your paint, a lot of times this is what you're gonna get. Also, some yellow spots up here. Obviously, we're gonna touch that up. This is what we're after, okay? So when you step back, you don't see all of that, right? Plus, there's another reason why we're doing this as well, and I'll show you in just a second. A couple of issues back here. Now, this is where you're gonna have to make a decision. How much do you wanna get into this? We'll probably try to mist a little bit of paint over the back here, cover that up, but I don't know, we'll see. We got some rust kind of coming through, so that needs to be addressed once the car is painted. So this is everything that you're gonna need to pull this off. You actually don't need this. I'm just showing you guys that we do have a big gun that we can use, but we're not going to use this because it's not necessary. All you need is a little Harbor Freight door jamb gun. That's what these are called. Need a little bit of lacquer thinner for cleanup. Obviously your paint. Now what he did is he went to Ken's Pro Colors here in Dothan, Alabama, and they took a picture of the paint and then matched it up, and it come out to a Hyundai color. Now his car is Oxford white. If we spray Oxford white over those moldings, it's going to be way too bright because the car has faded some. So the best thing you can do is just find you a paint shop, go up there, let them take a picture and match it up. And usually it's just something a little different. They don't even usually have to mix it. All right, you're going to need a couple strainers and some paint sticks. This was about $38 for the paint. And then they give you usually a couple of supplies that you're going to need to help you out. This gun right here is like 10 bucks at Harbor Freight. Pick up some lacquer thinner for a few bucks. And the cool thing about this is you don't need a big compressor to do what we're going to do. You just need a small compressor. I do have another option here, which is clear coat. So what we can do is mix up a little bit of this paint here, just pour it in a cup, and then add a splash of clear coat and a hardener here, or activator. And then that'll give this a little bit of life. It'll be more like a single stage. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, why are you doing this? This is such a half-assed job. Guys, we got to get off the damn internet and Instagram and Facebook and worrying about what people say you can and can't do. You can do anything that you want to do. If you've got especially a white car, now this isn't going to work for any color. Guys, if you got black spots all over your car and it looks like this and you don't have the freaking money to go get a paint job, then you just live with it, I guess. Is that what we're supposed to do? No, bullshit. You can make it happen. Now, is that the right thing to do? I don't know. I mean, what is the right thing to do? Guys, we have cars that are fully painted. We've painted them ourselves. So before everybody, gets on here and says I'm a hack job and this and that, we paint our own cars from scratch. Every one of these cars has been painted by us, okay? They're not perfect. I'm not saying they are. But we painted every one of these, okay? So it's going to happen.
Let me pour it.
You're shaking your ass. Hell. Got our paint mixed up. I did reduce it some just to make it thinner, and I had to go to my big gun because the little door jamb gun was clogged up. But you can use, and it's better to use a small door jamb gun rather than this. Also, I told you guys we're going to do this from time to time. Cologne of the day is Mango Storm. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled Creed Aventus or Baccarat Rouge 540. This is kind of a mix of those two with mango in it. It's very bright, uplifting, makes you feel good. If you're having a bad day and it's hot, man, you hit a couple sprays of that and it's jumping. Berger, you like this too.
Oh yeah.
I think you're going to be buying some.
Yeah, it smells really good.
We use cologne as a mood enhancer. Guys, don't ever let anybody tell you that cologne is for sissies or you shouldn't like it or whatever. I'm all for it. I'm all about it. It honestly helps with mental health, believe it or not. You can have a really bad day and you could come in and spray something like this and you'd be surprised at how it can enhance your mood. That's serious talk, real shit right there. But with that being said, let's go on out here and shoot some shit on this car. All right, I know everybody's concerned about overspray, so we can go. Overspray fixed. No, I'm not going to wear a mask because this is going to be pretty chill here. All right, also I'm going to turn the fluid in on this because we don't need a lot of fluid. I don't want to accidentally go too far with it.
Oh yeah.
Pressure.
It's already looking good.
Yeah, looking good, right? And that's all we're trying to do here, guys. Just like that. So you can already see the difference, right? That's made. And this is, again, turned down extremely low, and we're just going to put really light coats on this thing. And we're going to step back and look at it. Now, you can get away with this because this is a white car. Some of you guys have different color cars, like a metallic red or something. This may not be as easy for you. I know that, and I'll admit it. Now, let's step back real quick and look at what you got already. Look at that. See?
Well,
Very nice. And what we'll do, because you will get a touch of overspray up here, what you can do is come in with some reducer after this is done and just wipe it off. Because this is just base coat, remember that. Up here. See some spots on the bottom, so I'll probably go in and hit that. You can stand back here and just kind of watch it unfold. See this dark spot here? It should show up on camera pretty good. Should have went away, right? Yep. There you go, guys. Don't overthink shit, okay? No, this is not the proper way to do this, but look at that. Does that look better to you?
oh yeah.
All right.
Way better.
Sometimes that's all that matters. So we're going to go around and just kind of poke around this car and see what we can do. Look at that. Already, right? Make a big difference. So now what you want to do is just kind of blend. You're not painting. Remember that. We're not trying to paint the whole car. We're just trying to blend this thing. Put a little bit of color on it so that it doesn't stand out as bad. Ground effects and your bumpers are going to be the things that get abused the most. So you can get away with this. Now this would not look as good if you were having to do your fenders this way in your door, but by all means you could if you had to. there again, I'm just trying to show you some cheap, quick ways of doing something. See that transformation happening right there? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Now down here, we want to be kind of careful. We don't want to get too carried away. First off, before I show you the car, Berger's looking at it now. What do you think? Does it look better?
Yeah.
Are you
Way
happy?
Better. Yes.
You're happy?
Really happy.
Okay. Now you understand that this isn't a full paint job.
Okay.
There's no clear coat on it, and you're gonna have to keep it clean because it will mildew and everything else, right? You get that.
Okay.
And you can see up here where the car is already, this is the paint we're dealing with here. But he can run the buffer over this and make it look nice. Now, we did not paint this car completely. As you can see, there's still some light and dark spots, but you can only really see that on camera. Guys, we're approximately 8 feet away from the car right now, and this is how good it looks. It actually looks better in person than it does on camera. Trust me when I tell you, for some of you guys, especially with a white car, this is the ticket. Look at this. I mean, that looks amazing. Looks so much better. It's just a matter of blending. It's just a blending technique, okay? That's it. Feathering the edges. You're not painting the car. You also have to remember that these ground effects, most of the time, if these cars have any age on them, don't have a lot of clear on them. They're pretty dull. And we typically don't notice that with our eye. Our eye doesn't pick up on that. Now, a repainted car, sure, it's gonna have clear coat on it, but you gotta remember, I think it was in the 80s, maybe 80, you guys can correct me on this, but like 87, 88, they started putting clear coat on the cars, and before that it was a single stage. So they really didn't have any clear on them anyway. Remember this bad spot up here? Look at that. Your eye doesn't even pick it up, right? I know there's gonna be so much hate, I get it. Here's what I wanna remind you guys of. What anybody else says. Tell them to kiss your ass. Do you have the money? Are they gonna pay you to go out and get your whole car resprayed? No, they're not. Let them hate, let them do whatever. My man's happy, I'm happy. Is it gonna last forever? No. It looks really good for now. Guys, this costs $38 to do. And it sounds nasty too, by the way. So I recommend you guys give it a try. Let's get it over here in the shadows. This is where it's really gonna pop. Or I say pop, this is where it's gonna really look good, is over here. I mean, that looks like brand new money right there. Look at that. Sweet. I hope you guys didn't click off the video too early, because we got a little bit of a surprise for you. Check this out. We went ahead, put a stripe on the car. Berger's been wanting to do it. Now there again, this is more of a temporary type deal until we get the car painted. He wanted to see the stripe on the car and decided that's what he wants. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at it. There we go. Check that out, y'all. I know the lighting's not the best, so we'll save that for another time. What do you guys think? It really almost looks two-tone right here. I think it's because our brain thinks stripe two-tone most of the time. This is it. Went ahead, threw a stripe on. I think it looks absolutely sick. But look at these ground effects though. I mean, look how nice and blended everything is. That's gonna make this car really stand out now. And you know, if he decides he doesn't like it, all we gotta do is pull them off. So it's worth doing it. These stripes cost you how much?
Oh, whoa, like 150 foot for like 22 bucks or something on Amazon.
22 bucks on Amazon for this roll. Now, this is not the best stuff. I'll go ahead and tell you. It's very thin, but it sticks real good. So you really need to have your car garage kept if you're gonna use that particular brand. You remember what that brand was? No, Orful. Yeah, I don't know that, but it's this stuff. Anyway, that'll be going on soon too. All right, guys, I'm gonna include a couple pictures of the car. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let it be a reminder that you don't have to have all the money in the world. You just gotta have a little bit of drive, and you can get out there and make something awesome like that. There again, not a show car, but a go car. All right, we'll catch you in the next one. And as always, there we go.
Powers.